here at the Rockland supercharger station, which is part of a quite large Tesla facility here. And it looks like this is, let me try to get the light to adjust here. This is one that has the solar panel arrays. I think that's what that is. Yeah, here too. So quite large. And it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 superchargers that I can see. So conveniently located off of I-80. This is on the westbound side. So, yep, there we go. So we were coming down from near Grass Valley, Nevada City, and I hadn't used the car for a couple days, and it's quite cold up there, so I didn't have much regen on the first part of the trip, which is a bummer because it was pretty steep going downhill, so I missed out on a little bit of regen, but it's okay. The superchargers are quite close together compared to some other areas we've been, so there's really no problems. We're going through Sacramento, and next stop will probably be the Vacaville one. So, and we should have plenty of charge. Good weather too, probably 40s. A little wet, might get a little rain, but otherwise it's not bad. Vacaville premium outlets, charging up. This is the first Tesla charger that I've been to that's almost full. This is a Monday afternoon here at the outlets. So the previous charger, which was in Rockland, that was at a Tesla store or center, so there were other Teslas there, but this is the first one where there's a bunch of common, Tesla owners. I was able to get an A spot though, so not too worried about getting enough juice. The TripAdvisor says we only need to be here about 5 minutes or 10 minutes or something to get to the next one, which I can't remember where the next one is on 580. But anyway, probably going to charge for 10, maybe 15 minutes and then head out. So nice sunny skies, about 50 degrees, good driving conditions. Getting close to late afternoon though, so a little worried about traffic building up, but we'll make it. Here at the Tesla factory in Fremont, and here we are charging up. I've got the 1A spot here. Every supercharger is being used right now. In fact, there was a Tesla here actually, and it wasn't charging, so we went in and asked about it, and this was actually a demo model that was parked here, so they moved it for us so we can charge. I only need to charge for maybe 10-15 minutes. This place is huge. It's just ginormous. I mean, obviously it's a car factory and stuff, but it's freaking huge. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then 12. There's one over there. And yeah, it's a lot. I mean, and there's definitely a lot of Model S's in California on the freeways, in the superchargers. All kinds of colors here. There looks like a signature red. Really pretty. So, yep. Just gonna charge up. Wifey's doing another bathroom break. I should probably let the dogs out so they can be more comfortable. They're doing great. They're nice and tired from running around so much in the woods. So, yeah. So because there's so many cars charging, I'm only getting 114 amps, even though my battery's pretty low. So it's charging a little bit slower than I would like, but at least we can charge. Tonight we're in the South Bay, south of San Francisco, and the last supercharger we were at was it was the Fremont factory one. So there is one nearby in Gilroy, which we'll probably be hitting up tomorrow when we head down to the LA area. But for now, I've got the only thing I have available to plug in. You can see there I'm using the portable charger, and I've just got it hooked up to a let's see if I can get it, there we go, hooked up to just a regular outlet 110, so I'll be trickling overnight. Oh, I was not able to charge much at all last night. The fuse was tripped in the garage, and we couldn't find the circuit breaker to switch it, so I wasn't able to trickle charge last night. So now I'm here at the Gilroy supercharger, which let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 chargers on this side, and then on the other side of the yellow box I think there's another 4. We need to get to, we're on our way to Southern California, which means Coalinga is going to be a charging stop. It's 112 miles from Gilroy, but I have to go back to Morgan Hill to pick up wifey, so it's probably going to be about an hour total of charging. And I'm at an A charger, the 1A, and I'm getting 190 amps, which is a little low, but I suspect that might be because my battery is so depleted. Ranch supercharger expanded into, so these are new looking ones. There's 4 over there, and then some older looking stations. Quite busy though. Let's see, all these are full, and then it looks like there's 2 open spots over there. So, and this is in the middle of the week. This is Tuesday in the middle of the afternoon. So I'm getting about 190 amps, which is a little bit less, maybe because of the extra draw from the other Teslas. But yeah, so we need to be here for about 40 minutes. This ranch, there's the Tesla battery swap. Right here, it's kind of hard to see because of the sun. There we go. So on the other side of this are some restrooms. And then inside here, there's a Model S in there, but it doesn't look like the Tesla swap stuff is active. You can see the bay underneath, kind of. Let's see. Yeah, there. A little bit. Yeah, so anyway, I don't know how much it would cost, but would have been pretty handy today because we're charging about 40 minutes to get to the next Southern supercharger. But oh well, I was not on the invitational list. Alright, the Tesla charger at Tejon Ranch, just north of the Grapevine. You can see in the distance. This is a solar powered one, and it's also one of the ones where you just pull right in. You don't have to back in. There's not a whole lot of chargers here, but you can see there's only 2 of us. And then here at Tejon, there's outlet malls. There's tons of restaurants Right next to it is Yogurtland and Chipotle, but there's McDonald's, In-N-Out, Wendy's. There's places to stay, Best Western. There's Mauriccio's. So lots of places to eat and break here. I'm here at the Hawthorne supercharger, where there's a large half dome or half pipe shaped Tesla building, and then lots of Tesla chargers. So the main ones are right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, underneath a solar panel array. There's an additional 4 over here, which I'm charging under. And then there are 2 over there. So yeah, this is probably the nicest one I've been to. Super modern. It's got this huge Tesla supercharger sign here. I wish they had this at all of them so they're easier to see. And then these cool modern lines, artificial turf, saves on water. Some other Teslas parked over here. Oh, and then they've got okay, so they've also got the 80 amp Tesla chargers over here. So looks like we've got some good Tesla. So they're kind of hidden here in the bamboo. What do we have here? Oh, this one is unmarked, so I don't know. Maybe this is a signature series. Got a gray one over here. What kind of Teslas are these? Oh, also unmarked. Okay, well, don't know what the deal is with those. I do not see a black Model X, so I'm assuming that Elon is not here right now, but this is, the Hawthorne one is right next to SpaceX, which is over there. Again, yeah, here in Hawthorne. So, and now I'm gonna go inside. They've got a little demo area here.
You can only record outside, so.
Oh.
Just so you're aware.
Okay. Apparently we can only record from out here, so inside there's a restroom area. Looks like there's a gift shop, and then there's the frame of a Tesla and stuff, which I've seen at other stores. So, okay. Yeah, so we're charging up here. I just came from Glendora, which is about 40 miles away. Later today we need to go to Rancho Cucamonga, so I need to charge up enough to get there. And luckily there's a charger there as well, but basically I just came down here for fun. So yeah, here we are. Pretty cool. Made it to the Barstow supercharger here. It's it's like almost 8 o'clock in the morning. Quite a nice morning, sunny, well, some clouds. Anyway, this is one of the ones with a solar panel roof, which is kind of cool. It's quite close to the freeway, but you have to sort of wrap way around and then come out this way. There's a, let's see, Country Inn and Suites right here. There's a Chili's, there's some other fast food chains and Starbucks nearby. And then across this ditch is the outlet mall, which there's a walking and driving bridge right over there. So we'll just be charging until the next one, which I think is in Primm, Nevada. The Primm Nevada supercharger. I think they've got 8 stalls here, right next to a McDonald's. It's also very close to the 15 freeway, so really convenient. And also just west of this are 2 energy facilities, one solar and one looks like thermal. So got a little bit of video footage as we were passing that. Anyway, taking a break for us, getting some breakfast, and break for the dogs as well, and then we'll be on our way. Utah. Charging up at this little supercharger station. There's only 4 stalls here. Getting colder. There's some snow falling. It's about 31 degrees. We spent more time than we thought at the previous supercharger in, can't remember. Anyway, it was the previous one in Utah, so we ended up charging almost to 100%, so I was able to go the full speed limit the entire time without worrying about running out of juice. And I got here with like 31% left, and I think the total was like 90 miles or 95 miles or something like that. So yeah, so we're in the middle of Utah, and we want to get, hopefully we can get to Grand Junction today. So we'll see how late it gets. So I thought I'd give a little update right now while we're charging about a little hiccup we've had on this trip. Primm Nevada, when we were charging there, the guy, as I was finishing, a guy pulled up next to me and started charging, but he was having trouble getting his charge port and his door open because his key fob suddenly wouldn't work. So I didn't think too much of it, and then as I was heading out, I noticed mine didn't work either. But I thought, well, actually what I was afraid of is we were next to the one of the wooden boxes where the electrical stuff is housed. So I was afraid maybe there was some, I don't know, magnetic field somewhere that, I don't know, somehow erased something in the key fob or something. But I thought, well, or maybe it was just something was interfering and I next to the car. So anyway, I thought, well, maybe it'll sort itself out by the time I get to the next supercharger. So 40 miles later, we were in Las Vegas, and I stopped at that supercharger, and still the key fob wouldn't work. So I tried our other key fob. That didn't work either. So here we have 2 Teslas and 3 key fobs that all of a sudden don't work after being at Primm Nevada. I called the Tesla and they troubleshooted with me, and first they said, well, it's because they're in proximity to each other and they malfunction when that happens, or it's next to your cell phone. And, so then we took the battery out of one and it was still not working. So then they were like, well, probably both your batteries died, which is kind of weird because the car was built in this summer, and to have 2 batteries die at the same time in key fobs that are that new seemed unlikely. Plus there's the other Tesla driver. So anyway, the Tesla lady, she told me about where you can put the key fob when the battery runs out, so you can still run your car. And underneath the cigarette lighter 12-volt output in the console, you can actually put the key fob flat side down against that area underneath that port, and the car will still recognize the key fob even if the battery is dead, and you can drive. So you can't unlock your car or anything with it, but you can drive off, and as long as you have your phone and you can connect to the car, you can still unlock and even start and drive your car without the key fob. Anyway, all that to say, we got going, and then at the next supercharger, which was in St. George, Utah, there was actually a watch or a jewelry and watch store right next to the supercharger. So I went in there, got another battery, put it in the key fob. It's just the battery is just one of the CR 2032 batteries, which are super cheap on eBay. They were not cheap in the watch store, but anyway, so I got one of those, put it in the key fob. It still didn't work, so I don't know, something glitchy is going on. We do know that some casinos have cell phone jammers, and so I'm either wondering if either something happened to both key fobs, there was interference, or they got jammed somehow and erased. But either way, we'll be able to make the trip. We just have to be careful, make sure we have our cell phones, and gonna have to have a service person look at it, because it's very strange, and it's kind of bummer to have your key all of a sudden not work on you. We have made it to the Richfield, Utah supercharger. Another small one, 1, 2, 3, 4, conveniently located next to a Holiday Inn Express and Suites. There's also, what is that? That's a Super 8 motel down there, and there's some sort of bar or something there. Arby's across the street. So yeah, this one was not too far from the previous charger, so I think we were driving for like less than an hour, and the freeway's right over there, so it's very conveniently located. It's snowing, as you can see, with some accumulation on the ground, so we had some slower going earlier with low visibility and some possibility of slippage, but the all-wheel drive did great, and we made it in pretty good time. So right now the snow on the freeway, at least, is sort of partly melting, so it's not slowing us down too much. Hopefully that will be the case as we continue on. The next supercharger is Green River, and then after that we're still hoping to get to Grand Junction. Go get Cece! Go get her! Charging here in Green River, Utah. We've been here for about a half an hour. We need to get to Grand Junction, Colorado. So to get here though, it was about 90 miles from the previous supercharger, but we climbed from about 4,000 or 5,000 feet all the way up to over 7,000 feet and then came back down again. It's kind of cold out here, it's 32. Yeah, so I had to reduce speed in some areas, and but we ended up making it. We're probably going to get into Grand Junction, Colorado, probably around midnight. It's 10:30 now, so just going to unplug and we'll be on our way. We finally made it to our hotel here in Grand Junction, Colorado. The display on the Tesla sort of, well, it froze up, and I didn't realize it, so I almost passed the city not realizing it because navigation had froze up. But I realized when I saw the signs going by for Grand Junction that I better turn off, so we did, and I had to go to the Grand Junction supercharger, which is by the mall, because I was getting really low before we went to our hotel. So we charged for a little there and then came over here, but I was super tired, so I missed the exit, so we had to go 4-mile detour. But anyway, we're here. I can't charge at the hotel, but at least we'll be rested. It's almost 1 in the morning right now, so it's pretty late. I don't think we'll be up as early tomorrow morning as we were today, but hopefully we'll get as far as Kansas tomorrow. We slept in a little bit. Neither of us is feeling very good today, so we're getting a late start. It's 9:15. I took the dogs, you can see one of them, with me to the supercharger. So the hotel we're at is, well, it's east of the supercharger, so to come back here and charge, because we didn't want to stay as long last night, I actually have to come backwards. So I took the dogs, fed them, rode them around, gave them a potty break, and then I'm going to finish charging here, probably in well, at least 15 minutes, I guess. I need at least, I need TripAdvisor to tell me that I'm going to be there with at least 20% to spare. Right now it's only saying 5% because it's usually minus 10%. So if it says 20%, I'll get there with 10% left. But anyway, yeah, hopefully we can make a good distance today. We're just not feeling that well, really tired, possibly fighting a cold or something. It's foggy, it's 27 degrees, and fairly slippery out there. Caution is advised. The next strip that we're going to be doing, though, we're going to Glenwood Springs, and there's not much of an altitude change, so you can see here, it's pretty much a linear change in energy use, so should be straightforward, and at least it'll be scenic as long as the fog kind of lifts a little bit. So, and an update on the key fob. So yesterday, can't remember if we were at the supercharger. Yeah, we must have been, because that was the only stop. Anyway, all of a sudden the key fob all of a sudden started working. So I don't know if after I changed the battery you have to restart the car or power it off and power it on or something for it to re-engage. So yeah, I only bought one battery because they were expensive at the watch store, so I have some at home, so when we get home I'll put a new battery in the other key fob. So one of the things I learned about that is I had noticed recently is that the key fob was not working over as long a distance, so I had to be closer to the car. So maybe that's sort of a early tip-off that your battery's going a little bit weak. Glenwood Springs, charging up against a beautiful scenic backdrop here. Fresh powdered snow, still under 30, I think it's 29 degrees here, so not much melting going on. Just charging up so we can get over the, well actually I don't know if we go over the summit before Silverthorne or not, but anyway, to the next supercharger. The Glenwood Springs supercharger is, it's maybe a mile off the freeway, but it's very close to a bunch of hotels as well as an outlet mall. So if you're looking for a good place to stay, I mean, you could leave your car to charge while you're in the hotel or whatever. So that's pretty convenient. That would have been really nice last night. Would have we probably lost an hour just because we couldn't charge while we were at the hotel. This is the Glenwood Spring Malls, called Glenwood Meadow, and it's near the supercharger. You can see way down there is where the hotels are and where the supercharger is. And then here there's just a huge array of little stores. There's Verizon, tanning, Rocky Mountain Plastic Surgery, in case you want to get a quick implant while you're waiting to get a scar fixed. There's a Target right over here. Chili's back there. So yeah, very convenient location, really. So anyway, Glenwood Springs Supercharger next to the Glenwood Meadows Mall. Kansas. Let's see. Oop, here's the supercharger right here. So when I left the previous supercharger, let's see, in Goodland, the TripAdvisor said I would arrive with, I think it was 30% to spare, and I got here with 10%, and even to do that I had to slow down to 60 miles an hour for a number of miles for maybe, I don't know, 20 minutes or something, and then sort of slowly build back up to the speed limit, which was 75 miles an hour. So when we came the other direction, which was from Hayes here to Goodland, Kansas, I had written down that I used 50 kilowatt hours of energy, and that turned out to be correct. So I made sure I had that amount, but I couldn't remember if I had been going the speed limit, or if I had the same situation where I made it with 50 kilowatt hours, but barely. So for some reason in Kansas, at least in the winter, TripAdvisor is really underestimating how much it needs, which I wish there was a way to tell it, like, just, tell me how much I need to charge so I can go the speed limit for the entire time, and make it without, having to slow down to crazy speeds. But anyway, we're here. There is a hotel and restaurants right next to the charger, right behind it actually, over to my left is a Applebee's, and then there's I'm not sure what, it's a Fairfield Inn. We're staying at another hotel across the street because we have the dogs, and so we had to find one that houses or lets us have the dogs inside. So anyway, yeah, really nice though to be able to plug in and then have a completely full battery in the morning. That's going to save us like probably an hour and a half of time, because we can sleep while the car is charging. So tomorrow we'll be leaving Hayes, Kansas, and possibly getting back to Grand Rapids. We'll see how it goes. Again, having that full charge in the morning is really going to jumpstart things. I've never seen so many geese. just outside of Kansas City at the supercharger in Independence, Missouri. Yeah, moving along. Doesn't look like we're going to get back to Grand Rapids today. Otherwise, it's going well. Using autopilot for most of the time. Kind of hungry right now, but there's not really anything in this immediate vicinity. There's a Bass Pro Shop and they have some snacks and stuff, but it's not like a McDonald's would be nice. They don't have one here. We are in, where are we? Columbia, Missouri, charging up. It's right next to, it's a Holiday Inn Express, which is really convenient for bathrooms and such things. I was fiddling around with the heater some more, and coming out on this trip I was on eco mode almost the entire time, and also the return trip, but for all of today and part of yesterday I've had eco off. Hasn't seemed to have a large impact on range. Maybe the motor that it uses or something is pretty constant on the freeway as opposed to traffic driving, but I realized that the heater can keep up with the cold, but you have to crank it up way up, like in the 80s or full on high. So still a bit of a design flaw to have air leaks, because that's not an efficient insulation, but you can warm the cabin. It's 3:30 in the morning, and we've just reached the St. Joe's